Alright, so this video is going to show how we're going to assemble this bottom seat cushion, and it'll show you how we do it. Okay, on our board here we have two pieces of foam. We have one piece of foam that's still attached that we did not have to remove, and then the other piece of foam is the front edge of this cushion that we do have to remove in order to get the skin off. And you've had to do that already in order to get your skin sent to us. So every piece of foam that goes back together needs to be wrapped with plastic, and the reason why is because the back side of the vinyl skins slide easier on plastic than they do on the foam. So what that allows you to do is when you go and start stretching the material to the back side of the board to reattach, it actually allows your vinyl to run nice and smooth over your foam. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting off some painter's plastic foam that you can get at any local hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, they all have it. It's real thin. You don't need anything real thick or heavy. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to cover the pieces of foam here as we go. Don't worry about any excess or anything. Just make sure that all the foam is covered at the time that you go and put the skin back on. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we have the skin in the right orientation by basically just placing it up on the cushion where it's going to go. If you look underneath there are going to be some staple down flaps that basically hold the cushion down to the board in the middle. And this normally happens around the piping, if there's piping. So what we do is we flip our corners back so it exposes this flap that's underneath here that we're going to cut. Now I'm going to make some relief cuts here right where the corners are to make it easier to staple around and contour around this foam. So if you look here, I'll make one cut there and I'll figure out where another contour is. I'll slide this up and I'll cut the material right here, and then I will do it again over on the other side of this cushion. The most important thing is just to make sure that you have your cushion on top, the skin on top of the foam where it needs to be, so you can make your cuts as accurate as possible when cutting these flaps. So we're going to fold this flap over, and the reason why I do this is because it gives the staple more material to grab a hold of and less likely a chance to pull through. And I'll put a couple staples here right up to the butt edge of the foam. So we're going to continue stapling down this flap. We always start with the center flaps first, making sure that your skin stays lined up on your foam where it needs to be. You want this to be snug, but you don't want it to be super tight. So when you fold it over, do have it pulled down just a little bit, but be careful not to overly pull down, so that when you go to pull the skin back on the back side of the board here in a minute, it actually looks the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to continue stapling down this flap here, and then I will go to the two outside flaps, get them stapled down, and then we will proceed on from there. Okay, so I'm going to take our secondary piece of foam here, kind of fit it in here. This excess plastic that I don't need, I'm just going to take it, bunch it up, and I'm just going to tear it off, and we will use it for this secondary piece of foam here. So I just tore it off. We're going to wrap this front foam cushion with the excess plastic that I had left there. If you didn't have enough excess, and just get you some more plastic, wrap it around. Basically just wrap it around like a pillowcase. Just make sure the top side of it's all covered. Doesn't matter about the excess. We'll cut it all off later. We're not even going to see it. So basically I'm going to get this cushion stuck up in here, and I'm going to go through the cushion kind of halfway through, and I'm going to staple it down to the board. So I basically push into the foam about halfway down, push into it, make sure I make contact with the board and staple it. This kind of keeps this cushion in place here, so that it doesn't move around on me. And I'm going to do this in 2 or 3 spots. But like I said, I go down about halfway down the depth of the cushion, and I stick the staple gun in there, and then I push in a little bit, slide in, make sure I contact the board, and then I staple it down. So I'll do that to keep this cushion from moving around, so that when I go put the skin around the whole thing, that cushion kind of stays in place temporarily until I get the skin wrapped all the way around. All right, so now we got the foam all tacked down. I'm going to start unrolling our skin around the foam all the way around the edges. So we'll just unroll it, kind of pull it down around the corners, and it'll be on there nice and loose around the foam. So we're going to get that all pulled around, and then I will flip the cushion over underneath, and we're going to start tacking down the back side. So if you'll notice here, all of our excess plastic, don't worry about it. We'll cut it off later. I'm going to finish pulling the vinyl up. Just pull it up around the board, all the way around the edges. And when I'm doing the staples on the back side of the board, I always start with my corners. You want to do your corners first, and then move around to your flat areas. So since we have piping on this, I like to start with the piping on the corner first and tack it down there, because it actually gives a lot of material there to tack down to, and that staple normally holds really well on those piping. So I'll go to the opposite corner and I'll run 2 staples around that corner. Now you want to pull your vinyl, but you don't want to pull it too tight. You're going to have a lot of excess vinyl to work with, and you just want to pull it down until it's nice and snug. You don't want to over pull it. You'll distort the foam, and your cushions may not line up correctly when you go putting it together. So I'm gently pulling it over the edges here, and I'm just doing a couple staples, one on each side. I'm trying to stay within 1/4 inch of the edge of the board, because this particular board is going to be exposed on the back side. So I'm going to go around. Now I got my corners tacked. I'm going to go around and start tacking down my edges. And I'll start right in the middle of an edge, and then I'll go to another edge, and I'll pull it evenly, and I'll start right in the middle, and I'll tack down those edges as well. Here we have some more piping. I'll tack down on that piping because it has the most material. It's a good place to tack down first, and then I'll start tacking down right along the edge here all the way to the corner. Now the corners are going to have some overlap. What I do is I pinch it together, make a fold, and then I pull it into the middle of the corner. And I'll do the other edge of that corner here in just a minute. We're going to tack down this back side edge. And I normally do 2 or 3 staples right in the middle, kind of tack it down right in the middle. And then I'll go to the other side, do 2 or 3 staples on this edge, right there in the middle. And then I'll start working my way all the way around the edge of the cushion. Now you may find yourself with a little wrinkle on the edge. Don't worry, this vinyl is very pliable. So if you'll look here, I'm going to pull this edge up, but see this wrinkle right here? Basically, if I just pull that vinyl up a little more, it smooths that wrinkle out, and then you'll tack it down, and then you'll continue tacking it down, going around the edge. So if you have some wrinkles around the edges, don't worry, just pull the vinyl up a little further and just stretch it to one end or the other until that wrinkle smooths itself out, and then you'll be good to go. So here we're going to have a little excess vinyl. I'm going to show you a little trick that I do. I pinch the vinyl together and then I make a fold and crease and then staple right on the edge. That way it takes up the excess vinyl there that you would have left over. And then I'll continue stapling around the edges here. But if you have any excess vinyl that you run across of, you can always do that pinch and fold. That takes the excess vinyl, so you'll pinch, fold, and then tack it down, and it will take care of that excess that you would normally have. And then when you stretch it, you pinch it, fold it, and stretch it, it will actually come out nice and smooth on the edges. So that completes the tack down on the bottom side. We'll flip it over and then we'll go and look at it and we'll trim our bottom. On the bottom side of the cushion here, we're going to take a very sharp razor blade. I suggest using a new blade, and we're going to trim right on the back side of those staples, all the way around the edge. Be careful cutting your corners. Your material will be thicker there, so you'll have a little bit more material to cut through. And we're going to go all the way around. Now notice this is also cutting that thin plastic that we use around our foam, and it'll trim it off at the same time. So I'm going to go around, trim all of this right on the other side of the staple, because this particular cushion gets what is called hide 'em. And hide 'em is sometimes used on the bottom side of these cushions to hide those staples. So we're going to trim all these edges off here and get it all out of the way right past the staples. And then we'll put this hide 'em down, and I'm going to show you how to staple down that hide 'em in another video.